Hey everyone, if you're a first volunteer in California, this one's for you. We're going to walk through everything you need to know about the state's new AB 506 requirements. We'll break it all down, step by step, so you can get compliant and get right back to doing what you do best, inspiring our awesome students.
But before we jump into all the details and the how-tos, let's just take a second to ground ourselves in what's most important here. At the very heart of FIRST, and really at the core of these new rules, is our absolute commitment to the safety and well-being of every single student in our programs. That's our number one.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the why. Why this law exists. Then we'll get into the two main things you need to do, the live scan fingerprinting and the mandated reporter training. We'll even cover what to do if you've already got that training, and we'll wrap it all up by talking about the huge role you play in keeping our community safe.
Okay, let's dive right in. Before we get to the how, let's really understand the why behind this whole thing.
So what exactly is Assembly Bill 506, or AB 506? Well, it's a California state law that's all about protecting kids. It requires regular volunteers at youth organizations, and yep, that includes us at FIRST, to get a specific fingerprint-based background check and a complete training on how to report child abuse and neglect.
And that, of course, brings up the big question, right? As a first volunteer, does this law actually apply to you personally?
Well, the answer really just boils down to your time commitment. If you volunteer for at least 16 hours in any given month, or if you volunteer for a total of 32 hours over the whole year, then yes, this is for you. This is going to cover most of our coaches, our mentors, and our event volunteers.
Now for some really, really good news. I know this feels like an extra step on top of the usual FIRST Youth Protection program, but these are one-time requirements. You do the live scan once for FIRST, you do the training once for FIRST, and you are totally set one and done.
All right, let's tackle that first requirement, the live scan fingerprint-based background check.
You've basically got two main paths you can take for your live scan. Option A is the super streamlined online process with our partner, Biometrics for All. Everything's online, and we have a pre-negotiated price. Option B, you can use any authorized provider you want, but that usually means dealing with a paper form and the fees can vary. So, if you choose that Biometrics for All route, the process is incredibly simple. You just go to the Special FIRST website, pop in your info, pick a location and time that works for you, and pay online. They'll send you a QR code, and all you have to do is show that code at your appointment. That's it. No fuss, no extra fees when you get there.
Now, whichever way you go, please keep a few super important details in mind. First, and this is a big one, you can't just reuse a live scan you did for another organization. Also, don't forget to bring a valid photo ID, and please, please, please double-check all your info on the form to avoid any headaches or delays.
All right, one down, one to go. Let's talk about the second piece of this puzzle, the free, online, mandated reporter training.
And the purpose of this 2-hour online course is so important. It's really designed to give you the tools and the confidence to spot the signs of abuse or neglect and to know exactly what steps you are legally required to take to report it.
Now we know so many of you are just incredible people who also volunteer for schools or scouts or other youth groups. So you're probably thinking, hey, wait a minute, I've already done this exact training. Do I really have to do it all over again? If you completed that training for another organization, there's just one tiny little step you need to take to connect that existing certificate over to your FIRST account. It's a really simple 4-step process. First, you'll go to the special invitation link for FIRST. Then, log in with the same email address you used for your original training. You'll accept an invite to link your account, and finally, you just click to share your existing certificate with us. That's all there is to it.
So, we've covered all the how-tos. Let's just zoom back out for a second and connect all these little steps to the bigger picture, and honestly, to the vital role that you play in all of this.
When it comes down to it, getting these things done is so much more than just checking a box on a list. It is an active demonstration of your commitment to creating that safe, supportive, and truly inspiring environment where every single one of our students can flourish.
And we really want to end by just echoing that sentiment. We honestly cannot overstate how grateful we are for your partnership in this. Your time, your energy, your dedication, that's what makes FIRST possible. And that includes taking these crucial steps to protect our entire community.